Merhaba çocuklar. Öncelikle hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Uzaktan eğitim sürecinde ben de buradan video çekmeye karar verdim. Videolarımda ders kitabımızdan işleyeceğiz. Eğer yanınızda kitabınız varsa açabilirsiniz. Yoksa ekran paylaşımı yapacağım. Oradan da takip edebilirsiniz. Hadi başlayalım. Hello kids. How are you? I hope you're all right. Today we are going to learn new vocabularies about transportation. First, let's take a look at our new vocabulary. Let's begin the slideshow. It's here. Transportation and vehicles. We are going to learn about transportation and the names of the vehicles on this slideshow. So let's begin. Before we start, I'd like to remind you that whenever I say a word, I want you to repeat it after me. So let's begin. Our first word is car. Car. Most of you already know this word. So let's move on to the next word. Bus. Bus. Train. Train. Helicopter. Helicopter. Plane. Plane. Ship. Ship. Boat. Boat. Motorcycle. Motorcycle. Bike. Bike. Scooter. Scooter. So this is the end of the slideshow. We are going to finish the slide and let's have a quick review of the words again. Car, bus, train, helicopter, plane, ship, boat, motorcycle, bike, and the last word is a scooter. So this is the end of the slideshow. I have already written down all the words here, so you can pause the video and write down all the words on your notebooks. So it's here. You can pause the video and write down all the words. So let's continue. We are going to go back to our book. There is a question here. Where is the scooter? So it's here or there. It means in Turkish, it's here is o burada. It's there means o orada. Now we are going to listen to the sounds of those vehicles and match the numbers. So I am going to open an audio file and it's going to play the sound of those vehicles and I want you to match the numbers. Let's begin.
Unit 8. Recording 4. Listen and match. Then say.
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6.
Yes, that's the end of the audio file. So if you haven't matched all of the vehicles, you can always go back and listen to the audio file again. So let's start again and give the answers to the questions. Let's begin.
Listen and match. Then say.
1.
Yes, you guessed it right. The first one is a plane taking off. It has already a line between the number 1 and the plane. So let's move on to the next one.
2. Three.
Number 2 is a ship. So I am going to draw a line from number 2 to the ship. Let's move on to number 3. Well, it's obvious. This is definitely the sound of a helicopter. So I am going to draw a line from number 3 to the helicopter. Let's move on to number 4.
4.
This is the sound of a car. So number 4 is a car.
Five.
Number 5 is the sound of a bike. So we are going to draw a line from number 5 to the bike. Let's move on to number 6. Let's listen.
6.
Well, this is the sound of a train passing by. So we are going to draw a line from number 6 to the train. So these are all the answers. Let's move on to next part. Number 6. Picture number 1, there is a boat. So where is the boat? The boat is on the sea. Number 2 is a plane. So we are going to ask where the plane is. Where is the plane? The plane is in the sky. Number 3, where is the car? The car is in the street. Well, there are other words than street. They are all here. Sea means deniz in Turkish. Sky is gökyüzü. Street is cadde. Airport is havalimanı. Bus stop, otobüs durağı. Garage means garage in Turkish. River means nehir in Turkish. So you can always pause the video and write down all the words on your notebooks. Let's move on. Well, in part number 7, there are questions. Where is the plane? So the plane is right here. It is in the sky. We are going to write in front of the sky. In the sky. In the sky means gökyüzünde. Let's move on. So we are going to ask about the other vehicles on this picture. So there is a bus, there is a car, there is a ship, and there is a helicopter. So let me ask you a question. Where is the bus? Where is the bus? Take your time, write down the answer. So I am giving you the answer. It is, we should start with it is. So the bus is in the street. So we are going to write it down. It is in the street. Let me ask you another question. Where is the ship? Where is the ship? It means gemi nerede in Turkish. We are going to start with it again. It is on the sea. So let's put the words we should. So we use on before the sea, we use in before the sky, we use in before the street, we use in and at before the airport, we use at before the bus stop, we use in before the garage, and we use on before the river. So that means on the sea means denizde. In the sky means gökyüzünde. In the street means caddede. In the airport or at the airport means havalimanında. At the bus stop means otobüs durağında. In the garage means garajda. On the river means nehirde. So if I ask you where the plane is, so you should say it is in the sky. Where is the bus? It's in the street. Where is the ship? It's on the sea. Where is the helicopter? It's in the sky. Where is the helicopter? It's in the sky. Let's move on to part 8. On this part we are going to circle the vehicles according to what we hear. So I am going to open the audio file. It's 8.6 and we are going to make circles. Let's listen.
Unit 8. Recording 6. Listen and circle. Song.
We're at the fair, let's play and have fun. I'm driving a train and it's fun. I'm driving a bus and it's fun. I'm driving a car and it's fun. I'm flying a plane and it's fun. We're at the fair, let's play and have fun.
Well, it says some of the names of the vehicles, and you should need to circle those vehicles. So we are going to listen and make circles around those vehicles. So let's begin.
Recording 6. Listen and circle. Song.
We're at the fair, let's play and have fun. I'm driving a train and
I am driving a train. So the train is here. This is the train. So it has already a circle around it. So let's move on to the other vehicle.
it's fun. I'm driving a bus and it's fun.
I am driving a bus. So the bus is here and we are going to draw a circle around the bus. So this is the bus. Let's move on.
I'm driving a car and it's fun.
I am driving a car and it's fun. The car is right here. So we are drawing a circle around the car. Let's move on.
I'm flying a plane and it's fun.
I am flying a plane and it's fun, and the plane is right here. So we are drawing another circle around the plane. So this is it.
We're at the fair, let's play and have fun.
So this is the end of the audio file. So let's move on to lesson 2. But before that, let's have a look at number 2. So there is a question on that part. It asks you, how can I go to the park? So you already know the meaning of how, from how are you, means nasıl. How can I go to the park? Parka nasıl gidebilirim? You can go by bike. Bisikletle gidebilirsin. So we are going to listen and match those pictures.
Unit 8. Recording 8. Listen and match. 1.
How can I get to the park?
You can go by bike. 2.
How can I get to the zoo?
You can go by train. 3.
How can I get to the museum?
You can go by car. 4.
How can I get to the hospital?
You can go by bus.
So this is the end of the audio file. So there are words that we have learned before. One of them, number 1 is park, number 2 is zoo, number 3 is museum, number 4 is hospital. The little girl is asking how she can go to park, how she can go to zoo, how she can go to the museum, how she can go to the hospital. So you should match the places with the correct vehicles. So let's listen and match the pictures.
Unit 8. Recording 8. Listen and match. 1.
How can I get to the park?
You can go by bike.
How can I get to the park? Parka nasıl gidebilirim? You can go by bike. So there is already a line here. Parka nasıl gidebilirim? Bisikletle gidebilirsin. So let's move on to number 2.
2.
How can I get to the zoo?
You can go by train.
How can I get to the zoo? Hayvanat bahçesine nasıl gidebilirim? You can go by train. Trenle gidebilirsin diyor. O yüzden that's why we are going to draw a line from number 2 to the train. So let's listen number 3.
How can I get to the museum?
You can go by car.
How can I get to the museum? Müzeye nasıl gidebilirim? You can go by car.
4.
How can I get to the hospital?
You can go by bus.
How can I get to the hospital? Hastaneye nasıl gidebilirim? You can go by bus. So we are going to draw a line from number 4 to the bus. So this is the end of the first activity. So the question remains, how can I get to the park? Well, we can always change our question by changing the place. So how can I get to the airport? Havalimanına nasıl gidebilirim? Or how can I get to the bank? How can I get to the bank? You can go by train. Çocuklar, burada yaptığımız şey ise şu: havalimanına nasıl gidebiliriz diye soruyoruz. Burada get yerine go da kullanabiliriz istersek. O yüzden bir şey değişmeyecek. Gene aynı anlamda. Havalimanına nasıl gidebiliriz? Sen şu şekilde gidebilirsin diyor. By car yazmış en sonunda. Arabayla gidebilirsin diyor. Burada eğer farklı bir araçla gideceğimiz zaman buradaki arabayı değiştirmemiz yeterli. Mesela ikinci örnekte yaptığımız gibi you can go by train dedik. Mesela burada da trenle gidebilirsin demiş olduk. Thank you for listening. Stay home, stay safe. Dinlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Evde kalın, güvende kalın.